Former President Donald Trump wrapping up his remarks at Trump Tower in New York City after the former president spent the morning in court appealing the 2023 verdict, which found him liable for sexually abusing columnist E. Jean Carroll. The remarks, which ranged from his legal battles to the economy, come as the first official ballots of the 2024 election head out in Delaware and North Carolina, and as both candidates are gearing up for their first debate now in just 4 days. Today's legal battle might not be the last, though, before the election day for the former president, as the judge overseeing his hush money case is expected to rule today on whether sentencing in that case will be pushed back until after the 2024 election. So let's bring in NewsNation senior correspondent Laura Ingle, who is live for us there in New York City at Trump Tower. Laura, what can you tell us right now?
Hey, Nicole. Well, we've certainly got a lot of security, as we usually see when the former president is back here in Midtown Manhattan. Ironically, he's at Trump Tower, which is right across the street from Bergdorf Goodman, where this incident took place in 1996, according to E. Jean Carroll. He was in Lower Manhattan, as you mentioned, for the majority of the morning. The hearing, though, was actually really quick. It was less than, I think, 30 minutes as attorneys for both sides went in to talk to the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. Trump's lawyers asking to overturn that verdict, the $5 million awarded verdict to E. Jean Carroll in that suit, and repeating his claims both in court through his lawyers and here at Trump Tower that he says he never met E. Jean Carroll. He never sexually assaulted her. He didn't even know who she was, talking about there was this one photo that he's talked about, you know, that shows them together. But that's it. He said, I don't know who this person is. Then he kind of went through this list of other alleged assaults that happened that he is accused of, talking about an incident on an airplane in 1997, talking about an alleged incident involving him at Mar-a-Lago from a People magazine reporter, all things that he denies. And he said, look, I'm famous. When famous people are out there like myself, he said, I've been famous for a really long time. A lot of people come up with a lot of stories. So he's looking to deflect some of these allegations through this press conference today. And as you mentioned, also talking about that potential ruling coming from the judge in the hush money case. We are expecting to find out if sentencing will be delayed in that, the decision coming today. Otherwise, he will be heading to court September 18th to hear what his sentence could be in the hush money case in which he was found guilty. He is facing up to 4 years. But a rather lengthy press conference here in Midtown Manhattan, tight security, taking a break from the campaign trail to fight back and push back about these allegations and trying to get that E. Jean Carroll case overturned. Nicole.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.